I was like, boss, since the time I've come here, you've not asked me about my background. You've not asked me about my experience. You've not asked me about my training. You've not asked me what I've done. You are only interested in this. You're only interested to sleep with me or whatever.
ये सही बात है यार. I mean, जब से इंसान रहा है, the stronger one always dominates the needy with based on their vulnerability, right?
You know, when the universe actually thought that I deserved this, that's when it actually made it happen for me. And I was obviously, like absolutely ready. I've had like this much so far experience of working on the camera and stuff like that, but I've never had like a proper big role, a parallel lead role to play on such a big Star Plus show, man.
Boom shakalaka, it's a beautiful day. As I always say, I'm your personal happiness coach, Clint Verghese, and it's my vision in life to make this world a sustainably happier place to live in. And aligned with that vision, the Engage and Inspire podcast is on a mission to help you live a happy and motivated life, where we bring together some of the finest achievers from various different perspectives and genres of life. And they're here to share with us on what it takes to rise and shine a little more every day. And joining us today is a good friend and a homie who, along with me, aspires to add value in your life. So if you are taking a run or walking your dog or on a journey to a destination or cooking the favorite meal in your kitchen, we really hope that this adds value in your life. And joining us today once again is my good homie, an actor, and a real hustler in life, Vishwa Gulati. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me over.
Yes.
Before you begin to introduce myself, I want to take this moment to say that, guys, Clint's has been like my one-stop motivation for all the inspiration, all the daily motivation that I need in my life. And this is not a paid promotion. I mean, I tell you that I'm a person like who learns from obviously like my experiences of life, but I'm also somebody who learns from other people and their experiences and what they are doing. And to be very honest, dude, what Clint's is doing right here is commendable because I see him constantly evolve. I see him constantly upgrade himself. I see him constantly change and evolve and upgrade with the times as times are changing during the pandemic, this and that. So Clint, that is something that I've really learned from you.
It.
I mean, just to see what you're doing is just so inspiring. Your energy, your motivation, your daily dose of everything that you're sharing, just your vibe, man. And
Thanks, man.
I'm so glad that I'm finally here at the Zen Space doing this with you.
Yay!
And this is awesome. And I feel fortunate enough to be on Engage and Inspire with Coach Clintz.
Yay!
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right.
That was the opening from Vishwa. But thank you very much, man. Really appreciate the fact that kind words and I always say this: kindness is empathy and kindness is one thing that we
You
all
deserve all of it, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take that. And I think that's how the world becomes a beautiful place, right? If you
That's
believe
true.
that you can create an impact, and if that's your intent, at least you maybe you might not be able to achieve everything that we want today. Maybe that comes with time. And that's why the importance of, I was just discussing it with my flatmate, good friend Akash, and he says that sometimes we feel we are behind, we're lagging behind. But if we just look at it as just like, before you take that big jump, right? You got to take a step back,
Yeah.
to leap ahead.
Yeah.
And I think it's about that because a lot of us are actually going through real tough, challenging times since
of
the
us are,
pandemic has
yeah.
hit us at various levels, at emotional, mental, physical, financial, so many other parameters that has been affected majorly, right? And how during this pandemic, what's so exciting is to also see you, how you had transitioned yourself, how you kind of took up on yourself to learn a lot of skill set during the early half of the pandemic. You started, you created a state-of-the-art studio in the house. You kind of started shooting content and built your own podcast. And, there's so much of work involved, right?
Right.
To the fact that what it means is a lot of us, we wake up every day because we have a purpose. It might be going to job or saving the world as a firefighter or whatever it is. Everybody, as an actor, you have to wake up. There is a call time for you to reach. And then, there is the whole purpose for the day. But what about those days when we don't have any purpose for the day? We don't even have an alarm clock that day, right? We don't have like a wake up time. So how do you make that happen? How do you build that resilience? What's your story?
So man, it's like very simple for me. Like if I am like, I'll take a day off to myself, I'll chill, I'll not do anything, I will have nothing on my agenda and still feel great about it because I feel like I deserve that time.
Wow.
But then what happens is that if that continues on to the second day or the third day or the fourth day, and if I feel that I'm not productive, I start getting very irritated. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, why am I not productive? Why am I not doing anything? Why am I not engaging myself with something or the other? Be it like, just reading scripts online, be it like auditions that you get on daily basis. If you don't even get auditions, then like just creatively trying to engage myself with something or the other. And that's like my nature. It's like inbuilt. So the day it's like day 4 and I feel like I've not done anything productive, I've not added on to my craft or done anything or engaged with it creatively, and I've just been like wasting my time watching Netflix and eating pizzas and food or whatever. So it irritates me. I start hating myself. Hating is like a strong word, but like no, I don't
like
like
that
myself
feeling.
in that moment, and I'm like, I need to do something about it, and that's what gets me up, gets me going, and then I would get back into the process. Like, how an actor has to have a routine every day, even if you have nothing on the list, if you have no shoots, nothing, no auditions, you still got to keep on working on the craft. Be it like like meditation is important for actors to be able to concentrate that well. They need to read more scripts, they need to read more books, because that experience that expands your horizon of understanding. Like, we all have like a bank of experiences that we act from in life, and there are certain experiences that I've probably not been through, but I probably must have read them somewhere, and that is why I can use them and bring them in my performance. So engaging with things, reading poetry, listening to other people, taking up workshops online. This is something that I really enjoy doing. If I have nothing to do, I would just sign up for a random workshop, be it like a script writing workshop, be it a script decoding workshop, or an online acting workshop, or a like anything, man, like related to my field.
Nice, man.
So that's how I keep my days occupied, even on days when I'm not doing anything. And like you said, talking about the pandemic, dude, pandemic was obviously very hard for actors. And by the way, I just don't work as an actor. I work as an actor, anchor, voiceover artist, assistant director, somebody who's also been like a former educator for 3 years. So, but these are all things that are related to my field, and I enjoy creatively, like, engaging myself with them. But during the pandemic, so basically it was a very hard time for actors because there were no shoots happening at all. And now, for how long can you survive on your savings? You got to do something. And even if I'm not earning money, like, earning money has never been my priority. It's never been on the top of my list. It is important. I believe like I will eventually also get there to the amount that I want to earn in life one day, whatever. But right now the important thing is to focus on the craft. And that is why during the pandemic, I tried to basically, I had been auditioning and acting in Bombay, working in doing a lot of cameo roles for television, for OTT platforms. I've done like some 40-50 ads. I've worked on like a short film as a lead, a feature film, independent feature film as a lead. But all of that came to an end during the pandemic. And I was like, now what do you do? So I thought that it's always like it's something that I've also learned from you, to constantly upgrade yourself, constantly work on your craft, constantly upgrade, evolve. So during the pandemic, I was like, okay, what do I do? I want to give myself a platform. I think I have a good voice. I always wanted to be heard and seen both, and that is why I never opted for radio, but for like television. But I also wanted to reach out to people on like a personal one-on-one basis, where I would love for somebody to be listening to me or talking to me or interacting with me, sitting alone in their rooms on their laptop screens in the middle of the night, if they're probably feeling lonely or something like that or whatever. So that was something that I wanted to do for a very long time, and that is why I taught myself how to edit. I taught myself how to color grade. I taught myself how to I had like a camera and a recorder at home to hook it up onto my computer, to my iMac, and start my own podcast for YouTube, for Spotify, just like something similar to what you're doing. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And pandemic gave me that time to be able to work on this. Otherwise, I was just so busy auditioning and stuff all the time that I wouldn't get time to do this. So the fact that I didn't have work or shoots were not happening and I'm not going to be earning money for the next 1 year, probably, that was like the best case scenario at that point in time. I didn't let that demotivate myself. I was like, dude, I'm an actor. I have so much to work and engage with every day on. Like, there's so much I can do, man. Like, there's so much I can do. I can start my own YouTube channel. I love traveling and vlogging, and I love coming back home, putting all my footage together, editing it, and like putting my vlogs out there just for fun, not to even like monetize for YouTube, but just for fun, just for the sheer love of doing this thing, okay, and trying to like be like I work in front of the camera and I work behind the camera also, and it's the entire process is so much fun for me. So anything that I can get to do with this within this field, be it in front of the camera, behind the camera, I would love to do this. I would enjoy it, and I would do it without even like a second thought, even if it's giving me money or not giving me money.
Wow.
So
Your enthusiasm is very infectious, man.
thanks, man.
I like that. And I think that's what kind of, drives you to make things happen. Even when doors are shut, there is that hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that's, it's an exemplary story of what you just said. When everything looked end, it wasn't the ending point. It was the starting point. From there on, you could work on and open more doors for yourself and then change the story. Right. And I think that's where a lot of challenge for a lot of us is. We look at all these challenges as sometimes the end point. Ki ye ho gaya and that's about it. Things can't change. Be it relationships going wrong, or be it, jobs being lost, or a lot of other factors, right? Or all of these things. And I think everything can be changed. Everything can be worked upon. There are ways that, because if we can do whatever we do, right, then we can do anything and everything. Right? It's as simple as it is. Yes, of course, it can't be undermining the fact that a lot of people are going through hardships, like real hard, challenging times. And it's not taking that away from them by telling them that, because, you can do it, but you didn't do it. I'm not saying that in that tone or in that sense, but as a sheer sense of hope that we need to build. Because, when you have hope, you have confidence. Confidence lets you crush through the challenges in life.
दुनिया कायम है यार.
दुनिया कायम है. दादी कहती थी, उम्मीद पर दुनिया कायम है.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
how true is that? So tell me, how did the transition happen for you? Delhi life to Bombay, and theater actor to now like TV and big screen. And so how is the transition kind of come through?
So I'd always been like inclined towards theater. Like I come from a very strong theater background, and I've practiced theater for 10 years in Delhi. I've worked with a lot of directors, a lot of theater groups across India, and theater is like pure, like it's like my first love. It's pure passion. It's pure first love. It's like love at first sight sort of a thing with me. And so I'd been working in Delhi for a very long time. I was working with a lot of theater groups. I got introduced to theater very early, like during my first year of college. And then when a time came in my life where I had to figure out what I wanted to do career-wise, where it was like a time to like sort of choose something for yourself, to choose a direction where you're going to go to, where you want to build yourself up. I shut my eyes. And it was like I'd finished college. I'd taken a year off to explore other things. Like I'd been doing theater, but I also took a year off to do like a bit of anchoring, a bit of voiceovers, a bit of like assistant direction and all of that. I was trying to explore new things, because if you explore, like the more you explore, you find out what you love, and you want to like that. So the exploration process was happening, and then one day I sat down and I shut my eyes and I went into a flashback of my life.
Yeah.
And I figured out that what is it that I try to ask myself, what is it that I've enjoyed the most during all these last 4-5 years that I've done and spent. And the answer was like being on stage, man. Being on stage in front of an audience, like it's another high for me, like 500 people sitting in the audience watching me, watching my every move. A spotlight, dude, on you is just another high. It was like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And obviously, if whatever you're passionate about, your passion becomes your profession, then you can't be any more happier in life. I think that's the mantra to success, for happiness, I feel. Yeah. And I was like, okay, figured out, I want to become an actor. Yeah. And now what is the next logical step? To get formal training. So I made sure that I got into a nice, good drama school, which was Sri Ram Center for Performing Arts in Mandi House in Delhi, which is like the hub of theatre. That's where I also met other people, formed my own theatre circuit and network. And simultaneously, I got a job as a teacher in a school. I started working as a music and drama teacher for junior school for 3 years. And then I got into a beautiful process of just learning and teaching. Whatever I would learn at my drama school, I would like go back in the morning and teach it to my kids and introduce it to them. And 3 साल ऐसे ही निकल गए यार. तो फिर हुआ क्या 3 साल के बाद that I one day I saw like, teachers who complete 15 years, 20 years in school get rewarded on the stage. Yeah. I saw one of those ceremonies and I was like, yaar, I don't want to I don't want to be that person who's standing on the stage after 15 years being here. I'm a very ambitious person. I have like bigger ambitions in life. And the day that realization hit me, I was like, okay, dude, what's the next step now? You've got formal training. Your course is about to come to an end. What next? You don't want to be a teacher forever for your life. You figured this out. You've done this for 3 years now. You've really enjoyed it. It was like the first and last job of my life. I always knew that I wasn't meant for a 9 to 5 job. I always knew I was supposed to be involved creatively with something or the other thing. And so during my last 1 year, I realized this, and I was like, okay, what's the next logical step? Save up money and move to Bombay, because that's where like your dreams come true. But that's where all the majority of bigger opportunities are and all of that. And I was like, okay, so I saved up money for a year. I worked and I shifted to Bombay and I came here.
Great, man. I mean, also congratulations. You've worked with your sister on the National Award winning movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that feel and how did that come across?
Yeah, Clint, my sister, she's been like the pillar of strength in my life. She's like the person in my family that I'm most close to. She was the one who actually introduced me to theatre when I just got out of school. And I'm grateful to her for a lot of things in my life. My sister works as a documentary filmmaker, and she's made 2 documentary films that won the national award. And I always work on her films as an AD, as an assistant director, because documentary documentary films is a space which I loved exploring, like going and like being able to capture the entire original organic essence of a space without disturbing it, without being like a outsider there or somebody who's like a odd element in the room, just to be able to like make somebody feel very comfortable and talk to them and make them open up in front of camera, and just the realities of life. I loved watching documentaries. I watch documentary films more than I watch Bollywood films sometimes, because like, dude, you learn so much. You learn so much by watching documentary films. And that's a space that I love to explore. So working on these 2 films, it was an experience of a lifetime for me, man. Like I went and stayed in a rehab for a week for the research, for the R&D of the film. And that was another experience. You don't get experiences like this in real life. It taught me so much about life. It taught me to look at my patterns, how to break them, like our addictions, our addictive patterns, how addiction genetically passes on and stuff like that. So henceforth, like, I mean, my interest, like I started getting very inclined towards documentary films. And thankfully I have a documentary filmmaker sitting right in my house. So I never miss an opportunity to work with her. And I've also been somebody for her that she would trust the maximum and the most on the set. And like I'm maybe her support system in some other ways. So that's the documentary scene. And I just love being around that space. I never miss an opportunity to be able to work on her next project or whatever, or be involved with it in like some respect or the other.
Good, man. Sounds interesting. I mean, it's great to have like that sort of a support system in the house. There is so much to learn, and there is so much to kind of grasp, and does it become easier, or does it become more difficult when you have a sister who is from a similar kind of field or genre of work? And does it kind of put you in a certain sense of pressure that, oh, my sister is a national award winning documentary filmmaker?
Man, we are just like friends, dude. We are just like friends. I discuss and share everything with her. And actually our spaces are sort of different, because I am in the fiction space, she's in the non-fiction space. And documentary films are reality. There's no actor, and like it's reality, hardcore reality, like in your face. And but like I said, dude, like she's been like the biggest critic of my life. Sometimes I also, like when I'm shooting auditions and I'm not so sure about it, I would send it to her for feedback. And I know that like, dude, usse zyada badhiya critical feedback mujhe koi nahi de sakta hai. And so it's actually a blessing, dude, to have a sister like that.
That's great, man. I mean, now that you've got a breakthrough scene happening, you're working in a serial called Imli on Star Plus. How is that coming along, man? Lawyer
dude,
Saab,
fantastic, dude.
How's the lawyer doing out there? I see the lawyer look come together for the podcast.
Dude, Clint, it was like a blessing, man, because you know why? I felt like, dude, I believe in energies, and I believe in energies on the universe, and I felt like that, dude. I mean, when the universe actually thought that I deserved this, that's when it actually made it happen for me. And I was obviously like absolutely ready. I've had like this much so far experience of working on the camera and stuff like that, but I've never had like a proper big role, a parallel lead role to play on such a big Star Plus show, man. So the experience has been like amazing,
Killer, huh?
exhilarating, dude. Like this is like my sort of first television break, and I got introduced to like a crazy world of fans and people who watch that show and are crazy, and all the, like the television and the drama and the fans and like the love and like how involved they are in your character and how much
Yeah.
they love you and they're following you and they're like diehard fans and they send you messages every night, and they appreciate your work. They tell you they love what you're doing, and they
Wow.
like people tell me that आप एक दिन शो पे नहीं आते हो तो हमारा देखने का मन नहीं करता है and all things like that. So dude, like this sort of validation and recognition
Yeah.
is very gratifying in life.
Yeah.
And I feel like any artist who's working hard needs that this sort of validation and recognition in their life. It's very important for anybody who's working hard to get this recognition, man. And it's lovely, dude. And I have like a great bunch of co-actors. I have a great role on the show. The character is it's really close to my personality also, so I didn't like really have a hard time stepping into its shoes. And I've been having a great time just enjoying all this thing and like watching yourself on Star Plus right now and everything. And just this recognition, man, which was, I felt personally was like long due for me and a lot of other people out there who are like great actors but just haven't been explored or been discovered yet. Yeah.
So just taking it back to you, to the whole acting career and the dynamics around it. So what does it take to be an actor and survive in Mumbai?
Takes a lot, man. Takes a lot of like savings, takes a lot of money. You need to come with like a backup. I would not recommend anybody to come to Bombay without having a financial backup, because this is one of the most competitive and the most toughest industries to break into, man. Like I also have lost the count of number of auditions that I've given in the last 3 years or 4 years of being in Bombay, man. And I mean, I don't like to use the word struggle. A lot of people, a lot of actors, you know, they refer to themselves or other people as strugglers. I think struggling is a struggle. A struggler is a very negative word.
Hustler, huh?
Hustler, and also it's your job, man. It's your job to go out and hustle, and like you hustle because you want to earn like money from here and there also. Like I would hustle, I would do like my voiceovers, my assistant direction, like taking up other projects as like an AD or something like that. So वो hustle तो करना ही पड़ता है, because until unless you get something meaty and substantial in your life to look forward to and work on for the next whatever. But other than that, dude, I mean, मुझे तो लगता है कि बॉम्बे में जो actors है ना, वो warriors है, वो योद्धा है यार. Like the kind of,
क्या बात है.
dude, seriously यार, the kind of hard work that they have gone through, like, I mean, I don't want to brag about myself, but there have been days when initially when I didn't know anybody, I have gone from door to door of a casting director, production house to production house, stood in lines, waited for my turn for like 3 hours, 4 hours, not eaten food, just waiting out there to go deliver my part in front of the camera and get done with the audition. And पहले 1 साल तो बेस बनाने में लग जाता है, लोगों को जानने में लग जाता है, नेटवर्किंग में लग जाता है, समझने में लग जाता है कि ये इंडस्ट्री काम कैसे करती है और यहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है यार. And yeah, and when like your moment comes, you have to be ready for it. You mean, dude, for me it's very simple. An actor needs a certain amount of discipline. He needs to work hard, and he also needs luck. हमारी इंडस्ट्री में ना क्या होता है यार, हार्ड वर्क यहाँ से चलना शुरू करता है, लक ना यहाँ से चलना शुरू करता है. और वो एक पॉइंट आता है जब वो मिलता है, एंड वो मिलता है ना, तो उस दिन पे तुम्हारा काम ये है कि तुम रेडी रहो, एंड यू लाइक इट्स मेक इट और ब्रेक इट, मैन. दैट्स लाइक योर चांस. बॉम्बे सबको चांसेस मिलता है, गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी सबको मिलती है. इट्स अप टू यू हाउ रेडी यू आर एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. And so I mean, it's been tough, but I've always like that shift, like, you know, I had this little moment of realization where a shift of perspective happened. So earlier when I would approach an audition and go there, I would go with the intention of कि यार ये मुझे चाहिए, I need this job, I need this ad, I need this, it's a big brand. Now and then a change of perspective shift happened, and I was like, now I'm not going in there to be desperate enough to get it. I'm going out there to just practice my craft and show off and come back and do my thing and learn something out of it and come back. And जिस दिन से मैंने वो change किया ना यार, उस दिन के next day के बाद से मैं, you know, our industry is full of 99.9% rejections. Like I get rejected I used to get rejected on a daily basis at least four to five times. Now, what can that do to your personal morale and your
Mindset, yeah.
self-esteem and your confidence in life? I was like, no, man. Like rejections are a part of my industry. And like once Sumit Vyas said in a TEDx interview, he said, dude, the only thing that it takes here is persistence. So be persistent, and you'll get there. And yeah, man. So I was like, you know, auditions became like my practice space. I would go out there and be like, this is like rehearsal and practice for me. This is practice for me to be able to train in my craft and get better at it. And like, you know, I started looking at it as my training ground. And since that day, I was a much happier person. I was like, yeah, cool, man. I get to practice my craft every day. I get to be like a lawyer. I get to be like a secret agent. I get to be a doctor. I get to be like a pati or something or the other. तो मतलब बड़ा मजा आता है वो नए नए characters रोज करने में बड़ा मजा आता है. And this is one of the happy bits about like being a creator, like being an actor. You get to live so many lives, man, and that's something that I really enjoy about my profession.
Man, I you know, it's quite aspirational to live a life like that, I'm sure. And as you said, what rejections can do to you and your mindset, and hence ये सही बात है कि यार हर एक्टर जो बॉम्बे में आता है वो एक योद्धा माइंडसेट लेके आता है.
बिल्कुल.
क्योंकि वरना you can't survive. It's not a battle, it's a war. And you know, I've always had this conversation with you, and such a deeply rooted person when it comes to staying true to your craft, right? Because we were also just discussing a while ago about how acting in certain projects, if it's like a volume driven activity you're involved in, like for example in a web series or a TV series which has like hundreds of episodes and you know months for your shooting for 20 days a week of a month, 20 days a month you're shooting for months. 20 days a month you're shooting for months, right? You're right. Okay. So I mean it can take a toll on you, right? And do you feel that an aspiring actor who comes to Bombay will always have, I'm saying a true actor, you know, not a star sort of a person who wants to become a star, but the one who wants to become an actor, right? An aspirational actor who comes to Bombay comes with all these values, ethics, morals and idealism. And when, you know, you end up getting a project which makes sense in a financial perspective, as growing a brand perspective and so on and so forth, you have to take up something that becomes a mechanical job sort of a profile, right? Which initially was a creative profile. You wanted to work a lot on every dialogue, every look. Then now everything has become a template and you just have to play to the tunes because आधे घंटे का तेरा shot है, उसके बाद दूसरे का आने वाला है. So how does that take a toll? How does that work? Like, what is your personal perspective on that?
Yeah, so basically like my approach has always been towards acting is that I would do whatever comes my way. Like I told you, like I work as an actor, anchor, voiceover artist, as an actor, whatever comes my way. And talking about like, you know how like television, like doing television is obviously like a daily job. It's like you're 7 to 7, you're going, you're doing your scenes, you're getting a script right there, then and there, you memorize it, you deliver, you come back. It's like वो थोड़ा सा छापने वाला काम होता है उसमें because it's a daily, so it has to be like shot every day, like per episode. It can get monotonous if you're doing it for a very long time, like for you're stuck in a character for 1 year. You're missing out on, you're working 20 days a month, you're missing out on a lot of other opportunities. So that is like the downside of it, I would say, working in television, because you don't get a lot of chances and opportunities to work on other and expand and do other roles and other things. It sort of also limits you to one role, which is very irritating for me as an actor also. Like I would like to work on a project for 6 months and move on and get into like on next thing, whatever's waiting for me in life. So yeah, man, like, but also television gives you its fan following, it gives you the recognition, it gives you the money. There's a lot of money involved in television.
Yeah.
And financially, agar kisi ko, matlab, like, these are also choices you also make. And but like my thing has never been that I've been so picky about, oh, I want to do this and I don't want to do this or this and that. I've been like, whatever comes my way, man, I'm going to do this. Be it television मिल रहा है तो ठीक है, OTT मिल रहा है ठीक है, web series मिल रही है वो ठीक है.
Andu.
But yeah, I would, but I definitely don't want to limit myself to television. I want to like work with a lot of good directors in the industry, dude. I want to work with Anurag Kashyap, Anubhav Sinha, Zoya Akhtar. I love their work, and yeah, so that's the like the future planning. But to answer your question, like in a short thing, it gets monotonous. It sometimes also limits you creatively. But as an actor, your job is to always go on set and identify something with the character and bring out something new or explore or bring out another side or maybe like discover something that you also didn't know about the character. That's what makes your job more fun.
Yeah.
And then fun for you and engaging for you. फिर तुम भी बोर नहीं होगे अगर तुम उसको वो करोगे. And being true to your craft is obviously very important, man, because I feel लाइफ में हर चीज़ आती जाती रहेगी. ये सीरियल आएगा चले जाएगा, लोग आएंगे चले जाएंगे, रिलेशनशिप्स, लोग, अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, बिजनेस वगैरह बहुत कुछ आता जाता रहेगा यार. बट एन आर्टिस्ट कैन ओनली होल्ड ऑन टू हिज क्राफ्ट. लाइक यू आर डूइंग दिस पॉडकास्ट राइट नाउ, यू आर नॉट गेटिंग एनी मनी आउट ऑफ इट, यू आर नॉट मेकिंग, यू आर डूइंग दिस फॉर द sheer passion because like you're also, this is also you're working on your craft at the moment. You're also like, you know,
improving
like,
my skill set,
improving yourself, evolving, all of this. You're doing this and you're doing this because you love this and this is what you know. तो वही सीन है यार. लाइक you find and event like you invent ways of just making it more engaging whatever you're doing in life. Like
I'm completely with you, man. So tell me, how has, you know, share with us some, you know, we all are aware that casting couch is a deal, is a thing for
you want to talk about casting couch now?
Yeah, man.
All
I mean,
right,
why not?
cool.
Because you know, it's an exciting conversation we've had, like, you know,
Okay, yeah.
TV presenters, models and rappers and all.
Yeah.
It wasn't a conversation that we necessarily had with them, and I think this is
An actor's conversation.
Actor's conversation,
Yeah.
right? So share some like crazy experience of your casting couch, man. Like, is it ads or is it everywhere? Ad, TV, movie.
यार casting couch होता है. But I would still, I mean, like to tell you that there are a lot of genuine people also out there who want to do good work. And उसमें से कुछ ऐसे lot होता है जो फालतू में ये casting couch वगैरह nonsense में भी होता है. And I would say it's a lot more for women. Definitely they probably face it a lot more on day-to-day basis. Yeah, than men. But ऐसा नहीं है कि लड़कों के साथ नहीं होता, लड़कों के साथ भी होता है. I remember during my initial days, I got a call from this person and they said, "Oh, dude, we got your profile. We love it. Can you come and meet me in my office?" It was a Ganpati ka day and I was like, "Wow." He's like, "I'm looking for so and so. This is a serial, whatever. I'm a casting director. I've launched Kangna Ranaut and this and that and blah blah blah."
Was it real?
I don't know. In some respect, maybe he was an AD or something like that on some project. Or something. I don't know exactly. And I don't want to name the person, but then मैं वहाँ पे गया. And it was during like the day and I was like, he was like, "Oh, do you want to drink and stuff?" I was like, "No, man, like I don't drink during the day." He's like, "Oh, acha, okay. And then so he started telling me, he started off like he tried to brainwash me for 2 hours, trying to tell me that how I should make friends, I should be friends with the right kind of people in the industry because उनसे मुझे फायदा होगा. और दोनों ये बहुत mutual चलता है यहाँ पे, जिससे फायदा होता है उसके आप दोस्त रहेंगे.
regular story.
It's like give and take and whatever. And dude, I was a little furious. I was a little irritated and I was like, I gave it off to that guy after a point, very politely. I gave it off to him, but politely because the industry is really small. You don't know कौन कहाँ दोबारा टकरा जाए, तो तुम्हें सही से रहना पड़ता है. I was like, boss, I was like, boss, since the time I've come here, you've not asked me about my background. You've not asked me about my experience. You've not asked me about my training. You've not asked me what I've done. You are only interested in this. You're only interested to sleep with me or whatever. And I was like, this is very disappointing. I mean, I'm doubting your credibility as a casting director right now. And I was like, you know, you charge your commission, you charge your cut or fee or whatever for bringing me the job, and judge me if I suit it, and if you think I fit the part, and if you think I have the caliber to play this off, choose me. Take your commission. But I mean, I'm not at that stage of my life where I think I want to give these favors in return for a job, and जिसका guarantee भी नहीं होता है most of the time. You sleep with somebody, you get a job, उसका कोई guarantee नहीं है. And I was like, dude, I don't even need this. And I was like, I'm gonna walk off. And it's sad, man. It breaks my heart because I'm like, yeah, an artist should get work on the basis of his talent and his hard work and how far he's come in life, not on the basis of like just trading your body for like gains. And like apparently I don't even the question to really ask is कि ये culture ना हमारी इंडस्ट्री में शुरू कहाँ से हुआ यार क्लिंस. ये culture कहाँ से आ रहा है मुझे नहीं पता. We've heard cases about Nana Vadekar and this and that and whatever, जो भी न्यूज़ में तनुश्री दत्ता वगैरह का आया था, हमने बड़े केसेस सुने हैं जो 10-10 साल 15 साल, मतलब ये बहुत पहले से होता हुआ आ रहा है हमारी इंडस्ट्री में. मुझे जो समझ आता है वो क्यों होता है इसका मेरे को लगता है यार कि यू नो पावर एंड सेक्स ना, दे आर समवॉट रिलेटेड, दे गो हैंड इन हैंड. कुछ कनेक्शन है पावर और सेक्स का. एंड उस वजह से मुझे लगता है कास्टिंग काउच हमारी बिकॉज उसमें सब लोग अपने आप को बहुत समझते हैं और स्टार समझते हैं और वो समझते हैं दे फील दैट दे वेरी पावरफुल एंड इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल एंड जो ग्लैमरस साइड वाइड होती है उसकी पूरी वो सब Yeah, I don't know. It's sad, man. It's sad.
यार ये सही बात है यार. I mean, जब से इंसान रहा है, the stronger one always dominates the needy with based on their vulnerability, right?
And
so
dude,
true.
people talk about casting couch. Sorry to cut you, but people talk about casting couch in our industry. It happens everywhere. In a corporate space, corporate office, you hear so many cases of sexual harassment and bosses trying to like I mean like
Extract.
Yeah, like or exploit or
Favors,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Extract,
Happens
exploit.
everywhere, यार. But पता क्या बॉलीवुड वाले थोड़े ज्यादा बदनाम है बस. ये सीन है. होता हर जगह है. बदनाम बॉलीवुड है क्योंकि कभी
Industry
कभी
represent.
Me Too आ जाता है तो भाई सब लोग
आ जाते हैं.
Yeah.
हाँ यार, I mean, look at how the Me Too movement kind of gained a global traction, right? Because
Right.
something that happened in the West kind of came here, and then the whole barrage of stories that we heard. I mean, I don't know if even Mr. Amitabh Bachchan was also mentioned in the names.
Yeah.
And, you know, God knows to whatever the scene is, but it's true यार. कहाँ से आया ये culture? I think maybe ऐसे ही होता है यार. बच्चा एक certain महीने के बाद वो बात करना सीखता है, चलना सीखता है. वो मध्य प्रदेश में रहे या मायामी में रहे, वो एक certain time पे तो वैसे ही I think some things are just naturally like that's what makes us human beings maybe.
Yeah, man, and also as a human being, you need to personally pick your battles in life. And I know this is not my battle. I know that मैं वहाँ से नमस्ते करके कट लूँगा. And I know there are a lot of genuine people who are waiting and I would like to work with them. तो दिल पे नहीं लेने का. लाइक इसको पर्सनली नहीं लेने का, रिजेक्शंस को भी पर्सनली नहीं लेने का. एंड बस अपना काम करते रहो यार. एंड जस्ट लाइक वी सेड अर्लियर, जस्ट बी ट्रू टू योर क्राफ्ट. That's what's going to stay on with you. Everything's going to come and go in your life, but only your craft is going to stay on, and that's what you can hold on to, and that's what's going to give you everything that you want in life. Maybe it fame, be it money or whatever. तुम बस इस चीज पे honest रहो, सब आ जाएगा.
पर यार एक बात बता, I'm sure, what about the ones who've been sticking to these ideals, values, ethics, morals for 5 years, 10 years, plus years, right? And they still haven't maybe got what they wanted, what they aspired, what they thought they deserved or desired. What do you tell them? Like, what is...
Clint's life में ना self introspection बहुत important है. ठीक है? You need to constantly introspect yourself. For example, I'll give you an example. After I got that Uber ad within my first month, for next 2 months I didn't get anything. And I was like, what is happening? I started looking inwards. I was like, what is it that I'm doing wrong? You need to have that awareness of life, in life कि तुम्हें reality check भी होना चाहिए. तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए तुम कहाँ खड़े होते हो. If I'm going in an audition, I need to have that sense to be able to judge where I stand, where does my acting stand, where like how good am I at my craft. वो reflection और वो understanding और वो awareness एक इंसान को अपनी life में होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड इसलिए उन लोगों को मैं ये बोलता हूँ कि अगर तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं काम कर रहा है ना, लाइफ में डायरेक्शन चेंज करके देखो. अगर ये चीज़ नहीं काम कर रही है, इंपॉर्टेंट होता है लाइफ में. बहुत टाइम से मैं ये ट्राई कर रहा हूँ अप्रोच, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, कुछ डायरेक्शन चेंज करो, कुछ नया खुलेगा रास्ता यार. एंड ऑल्सो टू लुक एट वॉट योर, लाइक बी क्रिटिकल अबाउट योर सेल्फ. आई एम अ वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल पर्सन, मैन. व्हेन आई लुक एट माई टेक्स, आई एम नेवर satisfied. But that's also a part of an actor's dilemma. You're never satisfied with what you do, okay, or whatever you're doing. You always feel like you can do better. And that's what keeps me going, man. एंड मैं भी नर्वस होता हूँ, मेरे को भी डर लगता है. मैं भी किसी बड़े एक्टर के सामने खड़ा होता हूँ तो मेरे को भी एंजाइटी या थोड़ा नर्वसनेस होता है या परफॉर्मेंस प्रेशर फील होता है. वो सारी चीज़ें इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनको फील करो लाइफ में एंड उसको फील करके चैनलाइज करके सही डायरेक्शन में डिलीवर करो यार. एंड अगर तुम्हारे लिए चीज़ें नहीं बन रही है लाइफ में, आस्क योर फ्रेंड्स. इफ यू आर एन एक्टर एंड थिंग्स आर नॉट वर्किंग आउट फॉर यू, show your audition to your friends, take feedback from them, send it to casting directors, beg them to give you feedback on this, show it to 10 other people or experienced people or friends who are doing well in the industry or directors or ADs, and ask feedback. My growth personally in life has been on the basis of all the criticism and feedback that I've received in my life. I have grown from my criticism and my feedbacks.
Wow.
And I take criticism so well because it helps me grow and evolve in life, man. And I feel like everybody should be open to taking criticism. तुम बड़े से बड़े एक्टर हो यार, बट ले लो क्रिटिसिज्म, तुम्हें ही हेल्प करके वो ग्रो करने में हेल्प करेगा. बिकॉज वंस यू थिंक दैट यू नो इट ऑल, you're gone that day, you're fucked that day.
Yeah. You got to be a learn it all for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because that's how you improve yourself. ये तो सही बात है यार. And in this whole scheme of things, right, where do you feel like the importance of kind of collaborating with co-actors or like other friends in the pursuit of developing yourself? क्योंकि यार, very TV series a shooting format, sometimes, you know, the egos can come in place and, you know, what you want, what you don't like, the left, right profiles, and why am I on the left side? I need to be, you know, more closer to the camera.
Yeah, insecurities.
So how do you like keep your insecurities and on one hand and also enable more collaboration, because you know that also keeps you at a personal space which is more conducive to be productive and efficient, and it also makes you a likable person by others. But if you're going to stick to the other side, which it's also important to take care of the hygiene things, right? Not the hygiene as in like physical hygiene when you're shooting, and if you know like certain frames, certain this that, to be more aware, it's great to be there. But how do you draw a line between where you think is the right way of things to happen and also collaborating with people like in a TV set environment?
Be it an actor or anybody in life, you need to stay grounded, you need to stay humbled, you need to be like in touch with your roots, you need to always be aware of where you've come from and not let fame, because हमारे यहाँ पे अगर fame जल्दी से मिल जाता है ना, वो सर पे चढ़ जाती है. हाँ.
Yeah, that's what I was like looping in on. Yeah. You do a project, you were no one, you got like a project done, you gained a good traction with your project, your series got extended, your contract got extended, you got some fame on social media. Now अब वो बंदा जो आया था वहां से वो खत्म. Now it's 2.0.
Yeah.
So in that whole scheme of things, as I said, you know, in terms of like what I meant by collaboration was, can you stick to what you're expected of, not at the cost of you know, doing some antiques that's going to pull someone else down, but to enable like, you know, so is that like, how do you kind of draw a line there? I don't like this person, but I have to do a romantic scene.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a lot of insight now. So basically होता क्या है कि बहुत सारे जो एक्टर्स होते हैं ना, उनके अंदर बहुत ईगो होता है, ठीक है, और उनको लगता है जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ना वही सही है, और बड़े सारे एक्टर्स ना इनसिक्योर होते हैं, ठीक है, और बड़ी इनसिक्योर होते हैं टू अ लेवल लाइक आई गिव यू क्विक एग्जांपल्स. An actor, a lead actor on set, wouldn't want to make another actor look more better, handsome or better than him. There was another actress. I was working on this one project as like as the production, and there was this one like great actress. I don't want to name her, and there was a bunch of other cameo artists who had been called on set because they were playing her friends and stuff. And she's the lead actress, and the other one are homies and friends, and they don't even have like dialogues and stuff like that. But one of them was, उसका makeup इतना अच्छा किया हुआ था, उसकी dress इतनी सही थी कि ये lead actress insecure हो गई यार, and she threw a tantrum and she's like, how is this woman looking? How is her makeup better than me? How is her dress better than me? I'm the lead of the show. And she threw a full tantrum and went inside and got a full body foundation makeup done and wore a shiny dress, did like more 45 minutes of makeup and came out. I'm like, boss, you are the lead. Why are you so insecure? You are gonna be like maximum time on the screen. यार तेरी शक्ल दिखाई जाएगी, उसकी नहीं दिखाई जाएगी. तू इतना insecure क्यों हो रही है? Yeah. So I feel like an actor always needs to stay rooted. They always need to stay grounded. And you know what, Clint? My personal experience has been of like however many people that I've worked on set with. Dude, people like to work with people who are easy, who are friendly, who are easily approachable, who are easy to work with, man. अगर तुम easy to work with हो, तभी मैं तुम्हें अपने next project में याद करके दोबारा बुलाऊंगा, because मैं बोलूंगा यार Clint आएगा ना, वो कर देगा यार, उसको पता है वो आसान बंदा है, उसके कोई tantrums नहीं है, कोई pricey actor नहीं behave करता है, वो pricey artist नहीं behave करता है. He's just like us, man. Let's just call him. And that's how you build your rapport and image also in the industry, man. If you are being that difficult person on the set who's throwing his weight around and being like, अरे dude मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी खत्म, मैं और शॉट नहीं दूंगा तो नहीं दूंगा, नहीं चलेगा यार ऐसे. कब तक चलेगा यार? लोग पर्सनली नहीं रह पाएंगे. हाँ, लोग पर्सनली ऐसे लोगों के साथ काम करना नहीं पसंद करते. ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है. तो मुझे लगता है कि बहुत डम्बल बोल रहा हूँ, हम्बल, डाउन टू अर्थ रहना चाहिए और बहुत ग्राउंड और रूटेड और फ्रेंडली रहना चाहिए यार. और तभी मतलब यहाँ पर भी आके मैं सबसे इस सेट पे आके everybody was like a stranger to me, but I opened up, I spoke to everybody and they all are like really fond of me, man. And I think that's how one should be. मतलब तुम अपना एटीट्यूड और वेट और ईगो दिखाकर क्या कर रहे हो यार? तो एक एक्टर को एक दूसरे एक्टर, और मैं तेरे को बताता हूँ क्या क्या होता है. एक बड़ा एक्टर दूसरे एक्टर के सामने, हाँ, एक बड़ा एक्टर दूसरे एक्टर के सामने आता है ना, मैंने खुद देखा यार, वो एक दूसरे को खाने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो एक दूसरे को थ्रो ऑफ करने की कोशिश करते हैं. एंड दैट इज व्हाई लाइक व्हेन यू नो ना, व्हेन यू आर डीलिंग विद अ डिफिकल्ट पर्सन लाइक दिस, यू आल्सो नीड टू हैव अ प्लान बी, कि गलती से तूने इम्प्रोवाइज करके कुछ बोल दिया, आई नीड टू बी रेडी विद अ कमबैक बिकॉज आई नो यू आर ट्राइंग टू ईट मी ऑन स्क्रीन. And they have insecurities, man. Like they have insecurities. So I've been working with this one guy who's faced a lot of this, and he keeps giving me a lot of gyan of how he's dealt with these situations very smartly, where you have a very good lead actor in front of you, and people tend to abuse also on set and sometimes like that, and you can't abuse them back, but you have to very tactfully handle it and also give it back to him, not off camera but on camera. And you have to be smart about it like that. Yeah, be like, boss, like off camera you're saying you're abusing me, but like on camera now I'll tell you who's the boss. Yeah,
Who's the boss?
yeah.
So Vishwa, here's what it is. We're going to get into what we call the fun segment. This is a rapid fire round. Are you ready to
nice.
take the heat?
Absolutely, man. Let's bring it on.
Okay, there you go. So Vishwa's ready for the heat. I am ready. Are you ready? If you're ready, write it down in the comment section. It'll be fun. So here's what it is. So I'm going to ask you questions. It's going to be rapid. You got to tell me whatever it is and whatever it is not. You know what I mean? So given an option, skiing or surfing?
Surfing, man.
Surfing?
Yeah.
So your biggest strength?
I realize my mistakes very quickly and I work upon them very quickly.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball and Formula 1.
Your favorite board game?
Chess.
Oh, chess.
Yeah, I love playing chess.
What is one of the most stupidest thing that you've done?
Jumped off the first floor and broke my wrist.
Oh,
That is
really?
something that I really regret in life, and I want to go back in time
Is
and
it
undo
left
it. यार.
wrist?
हाँ यार, screw है इसके अंदर, titanium का screw है. So the joke
Does
was
it have, like issues with like
a little
movement?
range of motion has been decreased, but the day like my surgery happened and I got a screw inside, I put a post on my Instagram with my X-ray
I'm
saying
screwed?
I'm screwed for life. Screwed for life. Yeah. And my second question to the doctor was, मैं metal detector में से जाऊँगा, ये टींटी तो नहीं करेगा क्या?
होता है क्या वो?
नहीं titanium का नहीं होता है.
Oh, no wonder. मेरे पास भी एक टाइटेनियम बोल्ट है यार मेरे घुटने में.
क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
Yeah, I have had a,
We have something more in common now.
I mean, I wasn't as adventurous to jump off a first floor, but
Yeah.
I did jump off a 7 feet tall stage.
I got a little drunk and I was like, dude, I have a fit personality. Look at me, fit personality. कूद गया यार, कांड हो गया, but ठीक है यार, अपनी mistakes से learn करते हो तुम.
Yeah, you learn from your mistakes, man.
Yeah.
So, what's your guilty pleasure?
Aloo tikki, dude.
क्या बात है?
Street food, man. Indian street food. Delhi ka street food is like my guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure, for sure.
Any day, man. Yeah.
So, a habit you wish you could work on, or you could just take it off yourself?
I overthink at times. I'm very highly self-critical when it comes to my acting. Sometimes I feel like an actor also needs to ease out and loosen up a bit. मतलब वो बहुत critical हो जाता हूँ यार मैं कभी-कभी. ये सारी मेरी थोड़े से drawbacks, problems, limitations. I'm also working on it. Yeah, that's pretty
And
much
I think,
it,
you know,
man.
as we discussed, the first step to change is to be
Be aware
aware of
about
what
it.
needs to be
Yeah,
changed. You know,
absolutely.
acknowledgement
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
All right, there you
Yep.
go. Fantastic, man. It's amazing talking to you, Vishwa.
Yo.
Lot of knowledge bombs being dropped. You know, I mean, we kind of notice that whenever we get, you know, different kind of people, be it actor or live performer or model or like someone else, one thing that has happened is in the whole course of conversation, there's a lot of deep sense of value system driven conversation that is brought out. You know, we talk about, there's a lot of wisdom being shared. There's a lot of stress on the emotions that we have and how we express it and how can we express it to become a better version of ourselves. And, you know, thanks very much. Thank you very much. You've been able to add a lot of value.
Thanks for having me over, man. Like it's a pleasure,
man.
to talk to you about all these things and about life and about like how things are happening and how hustle needs to happen, and keep it up, man. Like मस्त है, तू सही काम कर रहा है यार.
Thank you, bye. Thank you very much. Well, with that, we come to the end of another exciting and highly insightful episode of the Engage and Inspire podcast. Well, we truly believe that you enjoyed watching and listening to this podcast. And if you think this can add some value in your friends and family's lives, please go ahead, share this video, and let's make this world a sustainably happier place to live in. In the meanwhile, you guys keep smiling, keep spreading smiles, and stay happy. I'm going to see you in the next episode. Chalo, bye.